Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, had fighting words for Ryan Garcia. He said he's going to send his son in there to kill Ryan Garcia. And that's it's pretty aggressive. It's pretty dark stuff coming from Bill Haney, but obviously this has gotten personal. Sometimes, to be honest with you guys, I can't tell what's real and what's kind of like scripted. We don't know behind the scenes. Maybe Bill Haney and Ryan Garcia's team, they all have, the same plan to promote the fight, so they're willing to say whatever it takes to make sure that both of these fighters make a lot of money. But part of me does believe that this is real beef, that these guys, it's become personal between them two. And come Saturday night, we get to find out who reaps the real benefit of the reward and who has to, accept the consequences of what they've been saying. And I think, most of us picked Ryan Garcia to lose this fight, and people are obviously picking Devin because Devin's ultimately the favorite in this fight. There's a reason for that. We're hearing all the drama, all the antics and all the social media chaos that Ryan Garcia is being involved in, and everything he's posting online. So you can't help but pick Devin Haney in this fight. I get it. I'm picking Devin to win, but personally not counting out Ryan Garcia entirely, because he does have that equalizer, that boom, that left hook. It's going to be trouble, if Devin Haney gets landed on cleanly with that. I'm just saying, Tank had a way to negate that left hook because he was in the southpaw stance, so his lead hand was always touching Ryan Garcia's left hook. He was ready for it every time. Every time he felt it move, he would duck under. So there's a method to the madness of negating Ryan Garcia's left hook and taking his best attribute away from him. That's what Tank did, but he's a southpaw. It's going to be a little bit different and difficult for Devin Haney to do the same thing. Obviously, he has that Philly shell, but also he's going to have to keep that right hand at home at all times, or else Ryan Garcia could potentially catch him. And that's the main issue that Devin Haney has to worry about. Otherwise, I feel like Ryan Garcia shouldn't pose too many threats. I mean, Devin Haney's faced way more credible opposition, in my opinion, than Ryan has. Obviously, Ryan fought Tank, and you could argue that Tank would be the best name on Devin's resume. But Lomachenko, Regis, Kambosos, I feel like Devin's kind of seen, a combination of, different styles, a variety of different styles, which is going to make fighting a guy like Ryan Garcia at this point too easy, honestly. Like, I don't know if Ryan can give Devin a lot of trouble. I think Ryan has to go in there, be very rugged, very physical, make this like he's saying, he has to treat it like a fight. And if he doesn't do that, he tries to box the boxer, it's going to be difficult for Ryan Garcia to win. I don't know if he could do that, just because I'm not so confident in Ryan Garcia's ability to execute a game plan. I don't think he has the patience to go 12 rounds and outbox a guy like Devin Haney, and I don't even know if he has the capability to do it, because Devin's different. A lot of people like to run with the narrative that they fought 6 times in the amateurs, and I'm all for that. I get it. Trust me. With my channel, I try to go off that narrative too, to promote the fight. But at the end of the day, like that was back then. Devin Haney, when they first fought as kids, Ryan Garcia even said, Devin was just starting. And even though Ryan Garcia won that initial fight, Devin Haney seemed to, improve tremendously over that time. And I think it's not so different in the pros, where Devin is making these exponential leaps in terms of his growth and progress as a fighter, as opposed to Ryan Garcia, who's been a little bit slower, to arrive on the big stage, on the big scene when it comes to the elite level of boxing. But his social media following and his popularity has honestly boosted him. It wasn't so much his skill. He has the skill, but what's really boosted him to superstardom is his ability to, market himself and get a lot of followers on social media. Even people without any boxing knowledge are kind of aware of Ryan Garcia and, his social media presence. He is a public figure. He has a lot of influence, but ultimately in the boxing ring, that all goes out the window. It's just about boxing on that night. So I don't know how Ryan Garcia is going to negate Devin Haney's jab. I don't know how he deals with the timing of Devin Haney, the speed, the tempo, because it is different now. If you watch their amateur fight, I think it was their most recent one, it's on YouTube, and you guys can notice that Devin Haney's much more aggressive in that fight than you've ever seen him. But you have to remember, he's a kid. Now he's adjusted and adapted to the style and the rhythm of the professional level. So it's different now. Devin Haney doesn't fight the same. I expect him to be a lot more mature, as he's shown in his past outings, and be a lot more sharp than obviously in his amateur days. But ultimately, when you face an old foe, sometimes your mindset is different than you would treat it with any other fighter that you're stepping into the ring with for the first time. These guys have history, and that could very much impact their psyche, their mindset going into this fight with each other, and that could heavily influence the outcome of this fight, in my opinion. A lot of people say that the fact that they fought in the amateurs has no bearing. I think that's not true. I think it at least has a level of bearing, because without the amateurs, I think both guys are kind of blind going into the fight, and the fact that they know that they've lost 3 fights and won 3 fights, it could negatively and positively impact their mindsets going into this fight. But I think Devin has just progressed so much, and he's gotten so much more experience than Ryan has within a shorter amount of time. So I feel like I have to go with Devin. Based off what I've seen, he checks all the boxes. But I could honestly see Ryan Garcia roughening up Devin Haney, getting very physical. And if he can throw Devin Haney off in terms of his concentration, we saw them face off, and I don't know if it was just for promoting purposes, but Devin Haney was very heated from what Ryan Garcia was saying to him about his mother, and Devin Haney kind of lost his composure out of all the moments within the press conferences, the promotion, and lead up to this fight. We had never seen, anything out of character. My apologies for the little interruption, but, back to what I was saying, I do think that that amateur experience that both of these guys had is going to play a role in this fight, whether it's very visible or not. I think that in terms of their mindsets, it's going to affect them in some way, shape, or form, that the fact that they've lost and won. So it's going to be interesting. I do like that narrative. I understand why the media ran with it in terms of Ryan Garcia making a big fight with a rival, and Devin Haney trying to kind of avenge the losses, because ultimately he started later than Ryan did. So it is a good narrative to run with when it comes to promoting the fight. But I think we know that boxing doesn't lie, and on Saturday night we're going to find out who's the real deal and who's the phony, and ultimately you can't help but favor Devin, because he's been so dedicated to the craft. Whether or not this is trolling from Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney hasn't taken any time out of his concentration. Any time that you're even taking to post or come up with something to post on social media is taking away from your focus. And I have to pick the guy that has shown to be time and time again to be disciplined, and that's Devin Haney. So let me know in the comments who you guys got, Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. It is fight week. We're ready to go, but Bill Haney sending a major message to Ryan Garcia and his team that he's sending his son to kill Ryan. So it's a lot, but at this point, hey, they are modern day gladiators, so nothing really surprises me at this level when it comes to the sport of boxing. They are gladiators, so at the end of the day, all the talk goes out the window, and these guys have to handle it in the ring. But let me know in the comments who you guys got. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Man Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.